All right. Hey, how's it going? I'm Mike Dunn. I am the lead tabletop director, lead tabletop editor at Gaming Trend, and this is our new weekly show, Up Your Game, where I talk, mostly me. I'll talk to you all about some interesting things that I've received or purchased. Basically, really cool stuff that can help you enhance your tabletop gaming experience. So, this is our first episode. It's gonna be a little rough, I'm gonna be totally honest with you, but I do have three products that I want to show you tonight. And first, we're gonna look at the new Icewind Dale dice set, the Dyson Miscellany set for Rime of the Frost Maiden. We're going to take a really good look at this. I think this is one of the best dice sets that D&D has put their name on in the time of them putting out new dice sets for each adventure that they publish. We're also going to look at the deck of many animated spell cards. These are spell cards with lenticular animations on them that show really cool animated spell effects. And on the back is really good information to help you, I guess, have the details of your spells and their effects readily on hand. We'll take a look at that second. And then finally, this is a big one. A company called I Built It. They're out of Australia. They build medieval 3D puzzle architectural model kits. They are designed to be exactly what was built back in medieval times. They're set to 25 to 30, 25 to 28 millimeter scale. So they're great for D&D and tabletop war games that fit that same scale. And not only will we take a look at the products that they sent me, but we'll also take a few moments to actually build, or at least partially build, one of the models on the stream. So, and yes, they have a Kickstarter that is launching soon. So, without further ado, let's get started. And if you have any questions or anything while I am showing the stuff on the camera, hit me up. I'm, unlike my D&D campaign on Fridays, I am paying very close attention to the chat because I'm not juggling as many plates. So, let's take a look at the Rime of the Frost Maiden dice. Okay, so about once or twice a year, D&D comes out with these dice sets that correspond to their major campaign book that they come out with for the dice to accompany. Earlier this year, we saw a set that was, I believe it was based on Eberron, and it was the Laurel Silverhand set. And I know last year they came out with a set that went with the Avernus adventure. So this one is for Rime of the Frost Maiden. And right off the bat, you can see the packaging is really nice. Let's see. We'll open it up. It's a very nice, thick plastic box with a frosting effect on it. Take the dice out here, and we'll leave them in this tray for now. Oddly enough, I don't want to look at the dice just yet. I want to see what else is in this box. And by the way, this box is felt lined so that you can use it to actually roll your dice in. So you get a little dice tray, and it's felt lined on both sides. Inside the box, in addition to the dice, are these. Well, first we've got a. Let's see, there was a map in here. Ah, yes. A player-friendly fold-out map. This is designed so without all of the waypoints and kind of visual references for DMs that would come in the book. This is something that the players can actually use. Karimari Forever. I have not mentioned it yet. I will get to that after we take a look at the product. And I will also send out an Amazon link because these actually just released today. So, map, double-sided. It looks like there are some smaller maps for focal points on the big map. And then there's also this lovely stack of artwork and descriptions of creatures and entities that appear in the module. So like you've got the Chwingas here. Now this is a northern version of the Chwingas. If you've ever played the Tomb of Annihilation set, Tomb of Annihilation adventure, or even read it, you know Chwingas come in pretty strongly in that one. Chwingas are basically, if you think of the forest spirits from Princess Mononoke. But these are the northern versions. And yeah, there's just a lot of really, really nice little reference material. Something fun for players to look at. This is something that I saw, and apparently Hasbro Pulse is coming out with a Drizzt and Gwenhwyvar figure pack that comes with a D20. Definitely kind of want to check that out. And finally, let's take a look at these dice. Now, as I said before, I think this is one of the best dice sets that D&D has come out with since they started doing this for 5th edition. It might be hard to tell. The color may not be like just great because I'm still trying to figure out some good lighting for this corner, but it's a black with a kind of a sparkly dark blue swirl. The numbers are nicely etched in with a silver paint inlay. Makes them very visible on that background. And they roll great in this felt tray. So, let's just roll a d20 and see what we get. Oh, 14. Not bad. So yeah, if you're a dice junkie like I am, I really like these sets, especially this one and the last one that came with the felt box. I can never have too many dice or dice trays, to be honest. And I think it's a really nice set. It's a great price. I think they are $20 on Amazon. I'm actually going to put the link into chat. So yeah, you can hit that link and go right to Amazon, which has them on sale. Let's check that price. Looks like they're on sale for $26.99 right now. They just came out today. They go with the Rime of the Frost Maiden adventure, but obviously you can use them for any adventure that you have. Yeah, it looks like if you get them now, you get them about $4 cheaper than the standard price. So yeah, that was the Rime of the Frost Maiden dice set, dice and miscellany set. Again, you can get that on Amazon with the link. I will also provide a link on the archive of the YouTube video for this, so you should be able to hit it up there. Oh, just a few notes. It does come with 11 dice, 2d20s, 1d12, 2d10s, 1d8, 4d6s, and 1d4. I actually really like that it comes with 2d20s. I find myself kind of jumping around. Thanks, Elisha. I'm pretty happy it's working. Anyway, as I was saying, 2d20s. I jump around on d20s because if I don't like how one's rolling, I'm gonna have to switch it out. I know some people think the dice cursing is not a thing. I am not one of those people. Yeah, sometimes you just need another die. Oh, looks like we're dropping some frames. How is everything out there? How's it looking? I'm getting a message that some frames are dropping, And unfortunately, that happened on Friday, and we had to stop our D&D campaign, our D&D session. I guess just let me know, and I'll try to deal with whatever technical issues come up. So yeah, the double-sided cards have... Okay, cool. Oof. All right, I'm gonna check on something. I was having some issue with upload speed before, and I'm gonna check it right now. Anyway, so if anyone watching has any, it seems like when you go to this screen, frame rates drop intermittently. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing that too. Okay. Alright. I wonder if it's a hardware acceleration thing. I'm going to try to press forward and we'll see if it gets too bad for people to follow. Hey, it's the first time, you know. You never know what's going to happen. So. Okay. So yeah, that was the Dice and Miscellany. Next we're going to look at the deck of many animated spells. Good, good. That's good to know. All right. So, go here. Okay. So, this huge amount of cards represents every spell and even some magical artifacts and other fun stuff in 5th edition D&D. Now, when you take a look at these cards, and it's going to be difficult with this glare, but I'm going to see what I can do. The front of these cards have a very fine lenticular finish. It gives the cards a really thick plastic heft to it. It's not real flimsy. It feels good in the hand. And then when you look at it, so we'll look at this lightning bolt. It has an animated effect using the lenticular filter on top of it. Some of these are just really, really pretty. And again, I apologize for the glare. And then on the back, you have pretty standard casting time, range, components, duration, spell description, which type of magic user it goes with. Basically everything you need at your fingertips. I actually used these for a 5th edition Adventures League game that I played during Gen Con. Here's Fireball. That one's really cool. And considering how many screens I had going for Discord and Roll20 and all that stuff, it was really nice having something tangible in my hand that I could use to look at. Oh, Hypnotic Pattern. That one's a real nice one. So I have cards, other spell cards by Gale Force 9. I've got one for a magic item here. As you can see, this is like a normal card size. It's got a nice little description on it. And it is definitely licensed directly from Wizards of the Coast. So their Gale Force 9 does a lot of accessories and miniatures for D&D. But, I mean, when you compare the two, like, look at that thickness. Like, this one is like a really... It's got a nice little plastic coat on it, but it's kind of a flimsy card. These again just have a really nice heft to it, and yeah, there's a lot of them. It's 10 decks total. You've got cantrips, levels 1 to 5 of spells across all classes, and a deck of animated things, which is kind of just some fun stuff that they made. It looks like they've got some cards that are based on tarot cards. So, yeah, these are basically just for fun. And it looks like they've got some entities on here too, but like if a DM has some characters that encountered like a fortune teller or something, that would be an awesome kind of artifact to show to your players. But each card features an original 8-frame looping animation on the front and an easy to reference information on the back. This was actually a Kickstarter back in 2018. They now sell them on their website. I did notice that 1 or 2 decks seem to have made it to Amazon. But I'm going to go ahead and give you all the link to the full collection on deckofmany.com or thedeckofmany.com. And again, this is the full collection. It's the whole bundle. It's got all of the cards, all of the animated cards, and it's on sale for $50 off for the bundle right now, for $249. And we'll probably drop a couple of frames after that transition. Hopefully next time I'll be able to figure out what the heck's causing that, and we won't do that anymore. But, you know, gonna roll with it. So yeah, if you don't have $250 burning a hole in your pocket right now for these animated cards, you can from that link, if you just click around, you'll see there are links to spells, and you can buy each deck individually for looks like about $30. So yeah, if you get it as a bundle, you basically get like a deck and a half free, just about. So but yeah, very cool. Again, not like 100% necessary. You can always look up your spells in your player's handbook or Xanathar's guide, or, you know, if you have D&D Beyond, it's pretty easy there too. But like I said, as a player and as a DM, it's nice to just have something very easy to just pick up and look at. And it's cool when you can tilt it around and it animates. So that's Deck of Many. Again, their website is in the comments. Go check it out. Alright, let me clear all these decks off so I can show you the big thing. Alright, so let's go back to the full screen. So, you may have noticed that there are some medieval buildings in the background on my desk here. So these are the I Build It 3D puzzle model kits. And I'm actually going to show you a few images, so a few photos I took where I built some of the sets that they sent me. And thought it would be nice to kind of show you what went into the building of some of these. So yeah, this was the Rook. This was the biggest, one of the biggest, most complex set that they sent me. It's part of their Castle series. What you see on the table there is everything that came out of the box. These models ship flat, and you punch out the pieces. It's very precision cut, laser etched wood. Now I have dealt with laser etched wood a lot in the last few years. My paint racks are the Broken Token model. Broken Token makes a lot of game organizers using the wood. And I gotta say, the precision in the pieces, and like, I didn't really have to worry too much about how delicate I was. I mean, I did, but I didn't have any breakage. I've built several Broken Token organizers, and I've had breakage a few times. It's not super common, but it does happen enough. I didn't have any breakage at all on these. And a lot of the breakage usually comes from like kind of pulling up a piece, and like the layers of the plywood kind of split apart and a chip comes off. Yeah, none of that here. So another cool thing about these sets are that they're modular. There are 3 different series: the Castle series, the Village series, and the Town series, and they're meant to kind of go together. The Rook is from the Castle series, and so all of the pieces, once you build each module, it is designed to where you can take it apart, put it back together a different way, combine the pieces with each other. You can get all of the Castle series and create like a big castle, an actual big castle out of it, instead of just like a castle wall or a castle tower. You can also combine it with modules from the Village series or the Town series as well. There's also another couple of sets that are like siege engines, and I will show that to you shortly. But as you can see, so these 4 modules, they're identical modules, parts of the tower, and I was able to build the towers like so. These are the different components. You have like balconies and like a timber watchtower. These can go into the little holes on the sides of the facades of the structures. You can put them in however you want. You can take them off fairly easily. It's just really quite clever. I haven't gotten too far into this, but apparently you can also mix and match facades, because if you'll see, that exterior of these castle pieces has a texture on it. First of all, the texture is really cool. it doesn't match what's actually on the packaging. I'm not sure if that means they're trying out different textures, but obviously what I was sent was not final product, though I would say I've seen a lot of things that have less polish than these early versions, in terms of other wooden sets like this. So let me see. You'll notice that there's these little holes in the facades. The one interesting thing about this is, as I was kind of popping the different pieces out of the sheets, and they give you a little, they call it a helper peg, a little piece of wood. It's the one tool you need, and it's actually great because they provide it. You don't need any glue, you don't need any tools, everything fits together with friction. And if you ever need something to kind of press a piece in harder or to poke a little chunk out, that helper peg is there for you. That said, if you look at those little holes, that's a lot of little tiny pieces of wood that I had to pop out. And basically, I'm probably going to be finding those little wooden X's on my game table for months to come. Let's see. Yeah, just a few more shots of the configuration that I made. That's a siege engine that came with one of the towers. Another cool thing about these sets is that they actually have functional moving parts. What you're looking at in this photo, and I will show it in action in just a minute, is a working drawbridge, a working portcullis, an inner kind of big door gate, and then there's a little door inside of one of the doors of that. All of that works. It opens, you can lift up the portcullis, it'll stay, you can raise and lower the drawbridge. It's pretty darn cool. And yeah, like I said, it is just the right size for minis. You can use this for D&D campaigns, you can use this for wargaming terrain. Honestly, you could just have it display. I mean, these are beautiful pieces in their own right. They're super intricate, they're super detailed, and they're just pretty awesome. This is the other side of the gate. Close up of a little structure that fits onto the side, and another shot with a mini. So yeah, because the pieces are modular, if you're playing D&D and one of the characters goes inside of the tower, you can actually lift up the pieces and show what's happening inside. So I'm also, so this is actually a Kickstarter that launches on October 6th, and I appear to have lost an image. There we go. Okay. Let me... Okay, hang on just a second. Yes. Oh, yeah, that's horrible. Okay. So, let me get this in here. Back in here, and we'll talk about this. So, So yes, this is a Kickstarter. There's a preview page. I'm going to go ahead and provide a link to that preview page if anybody wants to sign up for the reminders when it starts. It starts on October 6th. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go. All right. So, again, these are the pieces. And everything is modular. I had this actually has little pegs that can go and attach to the sides. I wanted to leave the pegs off for now so that we could get a good look at it. This is I believe it's called the Barbican. This is part of the Barbican. The Barbican is basically this piece with this piece and this piece. And just so you know, I'm totally getting a Mr. Rogers Neighborhood of Make-Believe vibe with these things as I kind of pick them up and put them together. It's pretty cool. You can take these turrets off. You can even take these parapets off. I guess that's what it's called, a parapet. And then, if you'll see, there's a little ladder in there. Goes down. There's a whole kind of little section above the gate. You can lower the drawbridge. You can lift the portcullis, and so on and so forth. So, thought this was pretty darn cool. I'm going to move all this out of the way so that we can start building one. Actually, before I do that, I want to show you one more thing. So this is a ballista. It actually came with the set called the Scorpion. These things actually work. Like you can. I'm gonna have to point it somewhere so that it doesn't fly off and disappear. But you can launch bolts. These are spares. You can pop one off and load it in, and so on and so forth. It even comes with a target, a dragon target, which that's probably what I should have launched a bolt at, but you know. Again, super cool. This catapult works. I believe actually you could probably use those little X's that I kept on popping out, and they get everywhere. And you could probably launch those and make them proliferate even further into your house. Yeah, so here's another one of the towers with the multi-level. Okay. So I basically built all the sets they sent me except for this one right here. Creaky Timbers. It's a medieval European townhouse. I saved this one because I wanted to show y'all just how actually fun it is to build these things. I had a really good time building them. And honestly, I've been pretty jaded by puzzles for a considerable amount of time now. So here's a sheet. Everything is clearly labeled. They even have a date that it was made, which I thought that was pretty cool. Instruction booklets, a little flavor text. And yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get through a lot of this, but I just want to build one piece so that you can see how easy it is, and how, for the most part, it really doesn't require any extra parts or glue or anything like that. So let's take a look here. We're going to go with, for this part, we're going to need section A, and everything is just, I just got to show you, everything is just really beautifully laid out. You've got tissue, you've got, like, these are, looks like parts of the windows, so it's like super thin. Everything is painted, so I believe they are coming out with unpainted versions of these, so that you can paint them on your own. But honestly, you could take even the painted ones and just touch them up or add weathering, and it would be really super cool. Okay, so we're looking for sheet A. Got some red here. More tissue. And if any of y'all have done anything with laser etched wood, like, you'll know that usually your hands kind of end up kind of black and discolored because it does leave some scorch and burn marks on some of the wood sometimes. You also will recognize it by a smell, kind of like a wood smoke kind of smell. I haven't noticed much wearing off on my hands as I usually do, so that's pretty cool. I definitely think this is some of the most, I don't know, some of the best. Oh, here it is. A is right at the bottom. Some of the best wood etched sheets that I've seen in a product. So, okay, let's get our instructions. All right, so everything we're looking for is on sheet A. Now, A1, we'll pop this out. And yeah, sometimes you get like some little flash edges. If I was really meticulous, I would sand some of that down. But I mostly do that in instances where I'm going to paint something because I don't want that extra flash. But honestly, it's so minor in this case. I'm not sure I would bother with it. Okay. Kind of digging the music I picked. Went for a kind of a quirky, eerie synth vibe, and I'm digging it. Okay. Let me see. There is bound to be a helper peg on one of these sheets, and I'm going to find it. Let's see. Help peg. Oh, that's cool. Yes, they're not the same on all of these. This looks like a pair of lips. Pop that out and see. Here's what I was talking about. These things. Actually, wait. Like, these things add up. And my game table upstairs has felt lined on it. So when I tried to kind of scoop them up off the felt, they would catch and start popping around and jumping everywhere. Okay. Nice and snug. You notice interlocking, how it interlocks. I was really impressed from a design standpoint how well these pieces click together and how elaborate some of these connections are. Alright, so there's that. And then, so yeah, this is the core structure of this piece. Now we add the facade. And looks like it goes something like this. Nope, I had it right. Let's see. Huh. Did I? Sometimes it's not always readily apparent how this works. That's strange. Take it this way. Oh, these are reversed. So, again, it's not always readily apparent, but the one thing that they do with this set is they give you a little marking on one side. If you can see that. They give you a little marking. It's not on the other side. And they do display that on the instructions. So what this means is that I assembled these pieces incorrectly. So we're going to fix that. And see, I already knew that because I couldn't get the other pieces on. But you're going to see how well this works in just a moment. So I am a big terrain junkie. Oh, I ran out of music. Hang on a minute. All right. So yes, I love terrain. I love providing. I love painting minis. As you can tell, I do have quite a bit of miniature paint, and so here we go. So yeah, I love having environments for minis to look around and interact with. I think as a DM, I like to enhance the gameplay experience for my players as much as I can. And immersion is a great way to do that. All right. So yeah, see this piece? Boom. They call this a plinth. And you can see on these joints, it's just really nice. Now, on some of the pieces of this other model, of these other models, I think I would probably go in and add a touch of glue, just because I think it's just a little looser than I would like. Like, I have the facade kind of wiggling off of this a bit. Again, this is not the final production. These are not final production models, but I gotta say, it's doing a really good job, even with just a little bit here and there that needs a touch of glue. I'm very impressed. Let's build one more piece real quick. We're gonna get sheet B, and then I'm going to call it a night. It's funny, I thought I was going to be spending about 30 minutes on these episodes. We're about 10 minutes shy of an hour now, so that's pretty cool. Future episodes, I will probably be showing off some Dwarven Forge terrain. I get terrain from a lot of different sources. Dwarven Forge is one of the ones that I'm by far more excited about than others. These buildings are pretty awesome, though. I can't lie. And I know Dwarven Forge has some castle stuff, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I had them side by side, which one I'd like more, to be honest. Again, it's really enjoyable just kind of putting these pieces together. It's not as hard on my hands as dealing with, you know, other less precise laser cutted wood projects. So I could probably do this for hours and be entertained, and then I could build all different permutations with it. Like these things, like the balconies, they come off. This one's stuck in pegs. Oh, and this is where some of it gets a little bit janky. But again, how often are you going to be taking balconies off? So you can even take off this part, and it's just like a wooden plank. So super cool. So yeah, again, this Kickstarter launches next week. I believe it's next Tuesday on the 6th. And I know on their website, which I can also give the link to, it looks like they have some sets available for sale already, but most of them, I believe, are going to be launched next week with the Kickstarter. They've been working on this for some time. Oh, I can also send a video link too. Okay, let's see. So with that. I mean, that's just so snug, satisfying. Obviously, I could pop all these up, but I'm just gonna leave them for now. snap. All right. See, this is... They do a lot of really, really cool stuff with layering. Oh. I did. I did the same thing I did last time. I put them inside out. Okay, now here we go with the facade. So I'm going to be setting up a special email if anyone wants to email the show and make any second suggestions or requests. Also, eventually, we'll be doing some giveaways. So I do hope you'll come back for that. Okay, here's another component here. And so this D1, this is where some of this comes into play. We're going to take one of these out and pop it in here. And you'll see, boom, nice little window frame popping into place there. And it looks like there is a piece to kind of cap that off so that it stays put, and probably also looks good from the inside. That's one of the things I noticed about these sets too. They look really good from the inside. Like, you know, they don't skimp on a lot of detail. All right, C3. Yeah, this will be a good opportunity to kind of see how a lot of this different layering comes together. Yes, see, like nice little wood grain. Pop that. Ooh, a little tight. Pop that right into place. Right there. See, that's just a nice little touch. There. And I could go further. This has a like a sub-assembly of some stairs and a working door that fits on here. But you'll see, like, these two pieces fit together. And you can even take this and put this on it. Boom. Goes right with it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this on my own, and I will probably post some pictures to my Twitter or to Gaming Trends social media. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Now let's go back over here. And wow. Nope. Yes. Looks like I gotta fix my stream deck, guys. I just programmed it this afternoon, so... Anyway, that's gonna be it for our show this week. We're gonna come back next week. I haven't totally decided on what all I'm going to show off next week, but I do know we might have some interviews with people coming up in the coming weeks. We'll have some giveaways, and of course I do this show every Wednesday, but I also DM our Return to the Glory stream on Friday nights as well. So thank you all for bearing with me. I'm going to try to fix a few of these little technical issues